Men of Reddit, what do women do that they think is okay but is actually creepy? Going to pride events, gay bars and groping the men whether they like it or not, like fuck off creep. Or just groping gay friends in general. Yes, Molly, I totally wanted you to grab my ass as a way to say hi while I was at the printer in the campus library. Or just groping friends in general. Or just groping in general. This might be a cultural thing for Latinos, but there were some weird sexual comments said by female family members to my son when he was a toddler. They would call him my boyfriend and ask for kisses in a very aggressive way. When I changed his diapers, they'd stand around and say "De quien es ese pipi?" which roughly translates to, "Whose dick is that?" Which led me to always change his diaper in a private room. Even when told that, "You can do it here. It's okay. We're all f." One of my aunts even commented on how his dick has grown since he was a baby. Yeah, his whole body has grown. There's no need to talk about his penis specifically. Step away from my child. I guess this is all done in a cute or innocent way, but I never liked it. Imagine that paragraph, but gender flipped. Every guy involved would be on a watch list. Feel like I'm on a watch list just for reading the comment about flipping genders. Maintain a relationship with our mom even after the breakup. True, it's like stalking through our monsieur. I'm so glad I'm not the only one who finds this creepy. My ex-friend, who was the definition of crazy ex, did this to her ex's monsieur. In her mind, she thought if she stayed close with the mom he'd realize how good she is for him and take her back. It was very stalkery. Went out with a group of guys last weekend. There were 6 of us and this random girl started hanging around us like a lost puppy and just wouldn't leave. She was attractive, but so obviously desperate for attention that none of our group of guys really cared to give her any. This girl was just looking at everyone, batting her eyes and trying to hug everyone, but the guys were just pawning her off on each other. Not sure if this is pathetic more than creepy, but if a guy did the same thing, he'd be labeled with creepy. So yeah. She was creepy to me. I honestly thought she was a hooker or something trying to sell services or some shit. The way she was approaching dudes. It's not fucking normal. Probably trying to get free drinks. Pulling up the hem of your kilt to see if you're a true Scotsman. That's just sexual harassment. I'd wager that most women wouldn't do this and wouldn't think this is okay. But my girlfriend went through my phone without asking for permission. In my experience, not necessarily a majority, but not unusual. Which is why I conduct business through burner phones and dead drops. Hol up, talk like a child. I don't know if that is creepy, but it is super annoying sometimes. But I do like 87 voices in a day, so I let it slide. I used to work with a girl that would do that. She thought she was being cute, but honestly it just turned me off to even wanting to be near her. Especially when you're working in the expo window. When it's super busy and you hear a shrieking nasally voice saying, "Wench freeways say." Then you turn around to see an adult toddler doing that outstretched arm, while the hand is grabbing air thing. Fucking kill me. Well, not creepy, but could get me in trouble. Underage dating while imposing like you're 18 plus. It is a scary possibility. Just like some early to mid 20-year-olds can look super young, there are 16-17-year-olds that can pass for early 20s. Combine that with a fake ID at a bar and there are very low odds that a guy is going to question it. Luckily in Canada, if you reasonably believe they were of age, that's a defense against statutory rape. So if you met in a bar and you saw their fake ID, you are okay. You have to install this GPS tracking app on your phone so I know where you are anytime I want to check. That's a serious trust issue. Yes, it is annoying. I'm so glad my wife doesn't need to check up on me. Her friend, on the other hand, has a boyfriend that is required to have the app installed in order to be in a relationship with her. The kicker, she feels she doesn't need the app installed because she won't cheat. An amp, #X200B, I feel so bad for that guy. This shit just isn't fair. Making a new social media account after I block you. That's not a girl thing, that's a psychopath thing. Dude I blocked made over 20 accounts to contact me, ended up uninstalling Snap. Agree, I've just only had a girl do it. Asked their friends to give them explicit details of their sexual encounters, especially if it's with a BF. My girlfriend will get explicit information from her friend about her boyfriend, then pass it on to me. I like the guy and I feel as if I'm invading his privacy. I really don't need to know how he fucks or how big his dick is. It's creepy and I hope she doesn't do the same to me. The fact that you know about this guy's anatomy is fucking creepy. The admin assistant in my office tells me to smile at least once a week when I walk past her desk. Go fuck yourself. Handle it the Larry David way. I sometimes wish I could be just like Larry David, and I am sure I am not alone. Asking password to social accounts or phone, and also asking to set the same passwords for all social accounts. That'd be even more annoying. Fortunately didn't happen with me as I never wanted to know her password. Man, y'all are in some unhealthy relationships. She makes me suck her toes to wake her up, glamorizing the male body at work or in other, non-casual situations. I've had co-workers speculating about the size of other co-workers' genitals in front of me. Talking about nude scenes of favored actors. Talking about marital aids, etc. If a guy was similarly casual about sex, it would be considered highly inappropriate, but women seem to get away with it as innocent fun. You should join in. Asterisk yeah, big cock, but I bet Jeff has a real dirty asshole asterisk. Please do this and come back with a report. Comment on my new girlfriend's post, being overly touchy. Say that, yeah, as a father, I absolutely hate that shit. WTF is wrong with some women. As a woman, it weirds me out too. Like I sure as shit don't want someone calling me mama. Don't touch my hair. Just I know it's long and partially dyed and you might think that's cool or unusual for a male. But please don't touch it, I get extremely uncomfortable. As a man with long hair, I personally like it when people play with my hair because it feels nice. Couldn't imagine what it's like when random people do it. Yeah, I'm a guy with long, curly hair, 90% of the time. When someone touches it I don't mind, like you said. It feels nice. Plus I just take it as a compliment. It's also typically followed up with, "It's so soft." Which is also nice to hear, since it's so soft because I actually put a lot of work into it. Also, 99% of people who do it ask first. And once you ask, it's obviously okay. And most of the ones who don't ask know me well enough that it doesn't bother me. Touching me when you're a complete stranger. I'm in really good shape, and the amount of women who would touch my arms, shoulders, and chest when I'm out was too high. Not creepy, but when a woman sees a single dad with his kid and feels it's okay to tell them they're doing great, I get they may feel like they're being supportive or whatever, but the stigma behind guys not knowing how to raise a child is infuriating. I have 50-50 custody of my child and she's raised brilliantly by both me and her mum. I can guarantee mum never gets random praises just for walking through a shop with our child though. It's not supportive, it's condescending as hell, and please stop. Stuck with babysitting duty, huh? Chortle chortle. As a gay guy, women seem to think that it's okay to touch me, and sometimes even in a more inappropriate way. Lady, I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. Sure, we had a nice brief conversation, but don't touch me. Don't wrap your hands around my leg so you can gawk at the size of my legs. Don't squeeze my pec, or think that I want a hug despite never having met you before. I am avoiding physical contact not only to be respectful of your boundaries, but because I also have boundaries I don't want you to violate. Consent works both ways, always. Don't touch me. Passive aggressiveness. E. Pretending everything's fine, even though they're upset about something, while holding back on friendliness. Becoming cold, evasive, distant. If I did something wrong, let me know what it is, or move on. But don't get back to me in a stealth way. That's creepy. Annoying, sure, but creepy. Men of Reddit, what do you hate about girl? Assume our money is now their money. Musical note: I ain't saying she a gold digger, but if you marry her she'll wait for you to die so she can inherit all your hard-earned wealth. So at the very least she a grave digger. Musical notes: thinking it's okay to hug at the workplace or touch your leg, arm when talking. Then getting upset when some poor schmo thinks they are interested in them, monsieur. An amp, #X200B, how about no one touch each other at work? Okay, I think I'm talking crazy pillar after these two threads. Touching an arm creepy. I mean, I know intention and context matter. But if a colleague touches my arm to get my attention or as a gesture of agreement, I would never have thought it might be creepy. Now, if we are in a meeting and then with just one finger SBE draws a line in my forearm, that's creepy. But there's a massive difference here. Yup. Context is very important. Most of my co-workers are female. I have a great relationship with two of them and have hugged them on a regular basis. But at a previous job I had a co-worker who would greet me by running her hand through my hair or touching my neck and shit. That was weird as all hell. Plus she did in front of her child and BF.